Running a family business can be wonderful, but that's not to say it doesn't come with its challenges. Whether it's in the retail, farming, or the culinary scene, some ventures stay local, and some go national. Either way, an essential ingredient to running a successful family business is TLC. We explore the recipe for success at the Calgary Farmers Market. Our first stop, the Stock and Sauce Company.
We work hard. I work harder now than I did before, but the nice thing about it is your day can be planned around your day. Like, you can schedule yourself or whatever. So if I have to go with Carrie to meet some of the kids and do some things with the kids at school, I can do that. Whereas if you have a 9-to-5 job, you're not really kind of limited to what you're doing. So you have the advantage of having your time to when you want your time.
And if people didn't enjoy their products, this business would not be in its 9th year of operation.
We have 6 boys and 3 girls. We had 3 boys, then a girl, and then 3 boys, and then 2 girls. The oldest is 21, and the youngest is a year and a half. We have 3 of our kids working with us. My son is here. My wife is mainly production and research and development. I'm more sales. Our kids are more in the sales side. My wife is the genius behind the recipes. She comes up with them, and she's not a chef, but she's a great cook, and she knows how to use spices. We make our stocks from organic meats and vegetables. We don't put any salt in our stock. From that stock, we make all our soups, chilies, and stews. We also have a line of fresh pasta sauces, dips, a full line of dips that you can entertain with. So we have a full gamut. This is a great place to be. I mean, I can honestly say that in a 10-year span, I've probably had a dozen negative customers, like really negative customers. It's a happy place, it's a fun place, people love being here. It's had its challenges, but one thing that I can tell you is that it makes you stronger as a couple. I mean, you have to deal with things, and you really have to keep things separate. So your marriage and your business have to be separate, almost like you have a door that walks into the office, and now you're in the office mode. The farmers market isn't just a store you go to and buy your product. There's a lot of community, there's a lot of connections to people. It's more personal.
The 2 Greek gals serve up authentic Mediterranean cuisine at the Calgary Farmers Market. This family-run business can trace its roots to a great friendship.
13 years ago, I was very sick with cancer. A friend convinced me to do Greek cooking, which I have a passion for cooking. Did outdoor markets, and here I am today. I was concentrating more on cooking than being sick. I had my bad days, and friends would help. She would come up and help me every night, so it was tough, but I enjoy it.
After a while, her friend decided to pull out of the business. So Rula's husband, Jim, is now the other gal.
As my kids were growing up, they were very small. They would help, outdoor markets, they would help. Hopefully my older boy now will take over. I mean, I will still be in the picture, but semi-retire. He will take over, and hopefully he'll have the passion I have. We serve souvlakis, chicken, pork, lamb, moussaka, which is very, very famous. Homemade pita bread. Pastizza, which is like a lasagna, but no cheese. It's got a bechamel sauce on top. When I get bored, I come up with something new. I've altered quite a few recipes only because Greek food is very greasy, I don't fry, I roast. I get such satisfaction out of people saying, "Oh, Rula, thank you, it was so good." And I don't want it to dissolve. I don't want to sell it. I want it to keep going, just to keep going on and on and on.
Our next stop takes us to Blue Seafood and Market.
About 4.5 years ago, I decided I wanted to get into a business, and I knew there was a great need for fresh fish and seafood in Calgary, in landlocked Calgary. So we decided to open up a store in the Brick Plaza and educate Calgarians about how to cook fish and about fish itself. We thought that coming to the farmers market would be a great opportunity because of the volume of people that come through here every weekend. We also thought that having fish here would complement the great beef, the vegetables, fruits, the bakery, There's lots of great food vendors here. I think the passion initially came from the fact that I am a chef, and I love to cook food, and I love fresh food. I think the passion is actually in the food itself and how we get that fresh food from here to the table. I think you start a family business because you feel that need to work for yourself. And to keep it going, to keep it successful, you have to work very, very hard, especially in the beginning of any business. But once we get it going, there are many, many rewards. There are financial rewards, hopefully, and there's rewards in this business of meeting a lot of great people because we know our customers. We've got the same customers coming back week after week after week, and we've become friends with our customers, and that's very rewarding in a family business.
We topped off our family vendors visit at Yum Bakery.
So I'm the boss. We do have a family of 7 children, so the challenge is always balancing business and kids. And they've all actually helped us out in the back at one point or another. Whenever we're stretched, they're like, okay, you're in for dishes, you're in for this or whatever. So yeah, they all help out in one way or another. And then David and I, of course, work together. So part of that, the way that we do it so that it works is David takes care of everything out front, all the customer service, the wholesale accounts and all the rest of it, and I take care of all the back. So anything that happens in the back, I take care of, and I run the back and do the creative work in the back and that sort of thing. So that works good. We've been able to get our creative juices really going. We were openly accepted right away. We had a good following right away, which is always helpful, and we had customers that were willing to give us a lot of feedback, which is great. So we could develop our product and continue developing and respond to customer requests. Oh, I'd like to see this or that, and so that's sort of how it came along. The way David likes to describe our bakery is sort of, how does he say, sort of a North American West Coast bakery, boulangerie type thing with French or European influences. A normal loaf of bread that you get at Safeway takes about 2 hours to put together. Our loaves take about 3 days. A lot of our breads are derivatives from our sourdough. So we have our Stilton and walnut, we have a chocolate pecan sourdough, and we've got fig and fennel, which has some rye. And so then a lot of those breads, that take longer. And then of course we have the sliced bread, which is, just your traditional, hearty bread that we do without putting in preservatives or extenders. They take some time.
Some families have been perfecting their business for years, and some are just starting out. There's no doubt that these family vendors love to serve delicious items and experiment with sometimes unusual ingredients.